Welcome to the round 8 review for AFL Fantasy. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. This week, I think was okay. Scored 2,378. Lots of big scores this week. Ranked 15k now. So we've started from a long way back. I think we were around the 40k mark at the start of the year and chipping away slowly. But trades this week, not great. Got rid of Setterfield. Had ego 70. So getting rid of Setterfield was correct because I think most of us were anticipating him to lose CBAs, which he did. As like merit 40% is ridiculous. So yeah, his went back up, and yeah, Setterfield went to 0. I think mostly wing. Brought in Jack Steele against North. Thought he'd have a big one. Saints end of season fixture for the rest of the year is quite good. I think he'll be top 8. But yeah, paying 930 is probably a no-no at this stage of the year unless they look incredible value, and probably still didn't really look that, especially off the injury. So yeah, maybe a mistake. Hopefully bounces back, but that's all right. We brought in Jury for Ginby. Had Gim 60, so probably could have fielded him, but I just figured get in Jury before the price rise. I figure we kind of struggling for these cheap rookies, so we just got him in. So I'm okay with that. I think most people get him in for 220, so get 20k there, which is okay. But yeah, looking at the team, defense still looks pretty meh. Dacos was fine. Stewart just gets it done. So does Sheasel and Day. I think no hundreds here, but even Baker was good. But we take that. I'm okay with that. With Baker, I was going to trade, but yeah, fortunately they threw him down back again instead of short killing his role. So I think that'll stick, hopefully. They played short inside mid a bit, I think. So yeah, Baker can hold, probably trade him at his buy now. So fingers crossed he holds the role because he scores quite well. He's probably doing close to 95 to 100, I think. Provided short doesn't go back, but yeah, it's part of the pick. It can happen. Chase Jones, yeah, GMHBA nightmare matchup for a visiting winger, so I'll back him in again this week. But yeah, this pick is been, what's he made for us? Probably like 70k. It's probably been a fail because Johannesson was right there, who had a better role, and for some reason Johannesson's gone way past Dale as the main distributor, which is crazy to me because I really rate Bailey Dale, but yeah, probably should have gone Johannesson, but that's okay. Midfield, yeah, still disappointing. Just doesn't look like the old Steele of old. Hopefully builds his way into it, but just get the feeling he's on the downward trajectory, whereas we got a few young guns, like even McRae, downward trajectory, whereas a few younger guys, like you got your Anderson, how do you go? He went nuts. On the upward trajectory, even Oliver still at that age. Could have gone Dawson. Man, I love Dawson, so I wish I went him, but that's okay. Andy, apparently injury-free now. Given that he's injury-free and he can do 110, I guess you could pay 917 for him. But yeah, he would have been a great pickup last week. So it's been a hard own, but now that he's injury-free, he's all good. McRae's just a painful 90s every week, but that's okay. At least it's not, he's not putting in terrible ones, but no good ones either. Tom Green, 170, enormous. Gordon, 161 with no CBAs, enormous. Ashcroft 61. He's got another 2 at the Gabba. I think he's tiring. I think Chris Fagan was saying they might manage him. Will need to be managed at some point or something like that. Something about management. So do feel like he might be tiring a bit. They got the next 2 at the Gabba though. So yeah, hold. Fiorini 89. We traded him in because the CBAs were there. He was getting 40 and 50% CBAs, so we brought him in. He lost them, but he's still scoring okay. So yeah, he's made us 80k, so it's been a good trade-in, successful trade-in. Hopefully he scores well through the buys. I think he's got an easy matchup this week against, I think it's West Coast, so that should be good. And then Chincotta we fielded. We didn't have a VC, so interestingly we were supposed to VC Dunkley, but we reversed trades and then it took it off Dunkley. And yeah, that's very, very, very frustrating, but only because our only loops were Cowan and the 2 West Coast boys, but I didn't really plan on VCing Dunkley only because I had no loops, so probably didn't deserve his score, but would have been nice if we concentrated and checked our team before the bounce, which we usually do, but for whatever reason we just didn't this week. Toronto C was fine. Rosie was good, and Jack Siebel this was something else. I watched the first 5 minutes of this game, and I think he was on 30 in the first 5 minutes. He chip mark and intercept back and forth. It was disgusting. So he's been unbelievable for us. We got him in round 2 as well, so we got on really, really early. So yeah, no hole in the team. Jack Siebel's got the throne now. Him and Sheasel. Fielded Chandler and Pedler. Very frustrating after they were good for us last week, but I mean, this is rookies. You take the good ones, but you got to take the bad ones, and hopefully you time it right and field them at the right point. But yeah, fielding Pedler, Chase Jones at GMHBA, always in for a disaster game. And then yeah, Jury was set 53 is fine on debut. Didn't run out the game super well. Fergus got subbed, Van Roen suspended, so they're pretty much dead rooks now. We'll go into our round 9 setup. So I'm not quite sure on trades this week, and I think these 2 trade-ins are pretty iffy, but I've gone Chandler out. He plays at the MCG, so he's probably a hold this week against Hawthorn. So I'll probably end up holding, but just for now. I've brought in Dylan Williams, so he's got a 92 in his system. Just watching him, he's getting confidence, he's getting more kick-ins, he's getting more involved at half-back. For Port, so I do like him. I wish I jumped on him, and he's got a sub score in him, so in his system, unfortunately, but he's got the last buy. I think he's one that you can just run until the last buy and then cash him in then. So I'll have a bit of a play around. I don't know what I want to do. Haven't really thought too much about it. I'd love to get Zach Merritt next week. I know he's expensive, and maybe we should go for like a Johannesson this week or something, but Zach Merritt has West Coast, Richmond and Hawthorn or North, 3 of those teams all in a row. So I'll probably move heaven and earth to get him in. Probably get rid of Ashcroft or something. I don't know how. Ashcroft down, then hopefully we get maybe Pedler out as well, and get Zach Merritt in. So see how we go. But I think the money in this game is probably going to come from mid prices at this point. Like even Atkins, bit of a miss there, but I don't know if he holds his spot. But yeah, regardless, you're happy. He scored for you. He made you heaps of money this week. So you're going for Will Power. It seems Weller's playing up the ground, but he's also injured. So they've given Power more of a distributing job. I think his kick-ins went down this week. But Gold Coast are possessing the ball a lot. And I think these Gold Coast mid-prices like Fiorini, McPherson, Power, and Atkins, I think, they'll be nice to carry through the bye because of this chip mark game plan or whatever they're doing now. So yeah, I'm not sure. Getting in Dylan Williams for 360 is very annoying, so maybe we prefer someone cheaper, but I really rate him at halfback. He looks really good back there, so maybe that's what we'll do. In terms of targets, Johannesson we're way too late on, but he looks pretty good. 5 round of 84, it's probably what he is. Kicked a goal. Do we go for this? I think it's a fine pickup. What else is value? Had George Hewitt go. I don't think he went too well. He went up a little bit. Probably skip Hewitt. I don't know if he's like that guy anymore. Just like Chera's probably gone past him. Oliver's coming a bit cheaper. That's pretty nice. Here's Hawthorn. We just paid up for the wrong player. Even Bont's getting out of reach. Yeah, Carlton. Maybe Hewitt takes him or something. Parrish must be going okay. 107 and Merritt 105. I'd definitely like to get Merritt next week for sure. The other one we need probably is Mills. Return to the midfield. Lots of CBAs today. 800k. I think we'll do Mills next week, and maybe if we can somehow facilitate Merritt the week after, we can try and do that. So, or maybe we go for Mills this week. I don't know, instead of Powell. So, I like Mills at 800k. It's a slight punt because of his coach, but yeah, he's good. We'll touch on SportsDeck. Ranked 700. Good week. Our trades were a disaster. We traded Stocker to Sinclair, and Stocker went 120. Sinclair went 79, so a bit annoying. I think our trades this week went for Atkins, for Ashcroft, and Mills for Van Rooyen. So maybe we can get rid of someone else other than Ashcroft, but for now, I think Atkins has got these 2 big scores. He hasn't gone up in price like in fantasy, so maybe we'll ride that for a few weeks, see how it goes. Weddle probably more Supercoach because he can intercept, but not too sure. But I don't mind Weddle though, but I think I need the scores on field, so not too sure. But I think targets, I like Callum, I like Merritt, I like Oliver, even though he's expensive. I think Johannesson's alright, and I think Powell should be okay, and seems to have a bit of a role change and making a bit of money. So that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.